Hey guys, welcome back to another. Oh, by the way, new haircut. Y'all like it? Listen, I honestly have so many videos that I want to do, but those can wait because I am dying. I am dying to talk about this movie, this Godzilla, King of the Monsters movie. Now, the 2014 movie is the movie that at first watch I really love it. I gave it a 10 out of 10, but after many rewatches, didn't quite hold up. It's still a really good movie, super well made, really enjoyable monster movie. Right now in my book, it is an 8 out of 10. The first movie, 8 out of 10. The biggest complaint from that movie is obviously Godzilla is not featured enough, and I'm not just talking about Godzilla the monster. No, not just Godzilla. I'm talking about the Godzilla related stuff, the Godzilla things. The stuff that Godzilla fans want to see or hear, and we didn't really get that in the first movie. I'm talking about the music. I'm talking about monster fight destruction. We got that in like the very last act. We didn't get a whole lot of fight scene. We didn't get a whole lot of Godzilla himself. So that was for me the biggest complaint and the biggest criticism that I could say about the first movie. And I feel like Michael Dougherty, he really listened to the fans. He really listened to the fans, and he delivered. He really did deliver with this second movie because, my God. Listen, guys, never in my wildest dreams, would I think, okay, one day I'm going to see Godzilla versus King Ghidorah. They call him Monster Zero. I'm about to fucking cry saying that, man. They call him Monster Zero in this film. That's the fucking cut, man. Never in my wildest dream. Godzilla versus King Ghidorah on the big screen. Never would have thought I'd see this, but a couple days ago I saw it. And Rodan and Mothra. My God, like, I'm getting really emotional, guys. And the score is composed by someone whose name is, I believe, Bear McGeary. I'll look it up later. But he basically renew the Akira Ifukube's score and make it modern and made it more sort of Americanized, I guess, but not in a bad way, but like more accessible to American audience. But he didn't really change it too much. He changed it enough to make it different, to make it his own. But still, like when you're a Godzilla fan sitting there and you listen to the score for the first time, my God, I just like my childhood just like flashed back in my eyes. Like seriously, like listening to that score on the big screen, I was like I'm living the dream right now, guys. Like, are you kidding me? Like, this is the Godzilla score, and I'm listening to it right now, and it sounds like the Godzilla score. It's not like he changed it like into some rock and roll. He didn't change it too much. It's still the Godzilla score that you remember. One of you guys actually asked me to react to the score on YouTube. Someone asked me to react to that, and at first I was like, yeah, sure, why not? But then I realized, you know what? I'm gonna wait until I watch the movie for the first time, and the moment I hear that theme song, it's gonna be very magical. It's gonna be a magical moment, and it was. So I waited. I didn't do a reaction, and to that person I apologize. But I waited, and it was so worth it. And now let's talk about the humans. This movie has an amazing cast, and some of these people whose work I really respect. Some of them I love, honestly. We're talking Kyle Chandler, we're talking Vera Farmiga, we're talking Millie Bobby Brown, we're talking Ken Watanabe. And to say that they did not try would do them a huge disservice, because these are, again, great actors, and of course they tried. They tried their best, but the material given to them was not the best. It was some of the dialogues actually was super corny. Okay, there was one joke in the very last trailer that I was like, please do not put this in the movie. Please do not put it in the movie. And they put it in the movie. As a matter of fact, most of the humors in the film did not work whatsoever. I did not like the attempt to make the movie funny. I would say 90% of the jokes fall flat. It's really weird because, as a Godzilla fan, I'm kind of used to it. To be honest, like when you watch a Godzilla movie, you go to the theater and you watch, or at home you watch a Godzilla movie. You don't watch it for the humans. The human story is just there to fill the gaps. You are there to see Godzilla. You are there to see the giant monsters. You are there to see the fight scene. You are not there to see the humans. So it's weird because on one hand, it's kind of a shame that you can't have, well, you haven't had a Godzilla movie that, you know, that have a compelling human story. But on the other hand, you're just so used to it by now. You know, it's like a formula. If it's not broken, why fix it? I think that's the mentality, going in making the film. It's almost like the filmmakers, they know that the human story is not the best, so they just try to make it super corny and super, like, some of them are almost B movie level. And I just can't help, like, as a Godzilla fan who's been watching these movies for years, I just can't help but think that it's been done on purpose. And also, I feel like the trailers, they're kind of spoiled too much. There are so many sequences that I feel like would have been so awesome, would have been more awesome if I've seen it for the first time. But then I realized, oh, the trailer kind of spoiled it. So if you haven't seen maybe the second or the third trailer, don't watch it. Just go into the movie with having seen maybe like the teaser or the first trailer. Those are great. But like don't watch like some of the later ones because they spoiled a little bit too much for me. Also, I want to take a little bit of time to shout out the sound people, sound design, and sound mixing. I love the fact that they keep the roars from not just Godzilla but the other monsters as well. They keep them really faithful to the source material. Like, again, it's different. It's kind of like what Bear McGeary did with the score. It's different, but not too much that you don't recognize it. Like when there are so many introduction to the monster where you would hear the roar first and then you see the monster. Like, as a Godzilla fan, when you hear that, like, you already know like what's going on. Like, you hear the Mothra sounds, okay, that's Mothra. You hear the weird like whale sounds from King Ghidorah. You're like, oh, that's King Ghidorah. It's so cool. Now listen, I know people, most critics are not going to love this movie. Some of them might even hate it. And, Godzilla King of the Monsters is not going to be a hit critically. It's not going to be a hit critically. Box office is going to be fine. Is it going to hit 1 million? Maybe, maybe not. At least, I think 700 million. Easy. So, box office wise, they're gonna do fine. But, critically, it's not going to be a darling with the critics, obviously. But, as a Godzilla fan, I just can't help but really enjoy the film. And you need a really specific taste to enjoy the film. To some people, that might be a problem, and I would totally understand. But for us Godzilla fans, this is something that we've been waiting for so long. And I just think that it's really unnecessary to have another, fan versus critic wars, because it's just nonsense. If you're a Godzilla fan and you're not happy with, critics and, general audience not loving the movie, listen, it's fine. The film is made by a Godzilla fan for Godzilla fan, So if you enjoy the movie, that's great. I enjoy it. So if you like the movie, good for you, man. Like, why having problem with people having a different of opinions? And, on the other hand, the people who did like the movie don't ridicule us for, liking something that we've been waiting for so long, Let's not have another BVS. Guys, my God, let's not have another Batman v Superman type online battle. Like, just knock it off. So Godzilla King of the Monsters is a love letter to the old Godzilla film series and a love letter to the die-hard Godzilla fans, for better or for worse. The human characters are atrocious. The writing for them are just bad. Some of the death, I felt nothing. Like, when characters die, I felt nothing. Except for one. One death was executed pretty well. Other than that, I didn't really care for any of the human characters. But you know, it's a Godzilla movie. What do you expect? You come to see Godzilla. You come to see the spectacle. And my God, did they deliver. I'm going to give Godzilla King of the Monsters an 8 out of 10. Now, which one do I like more? Godzilla 2014 or Godzilla King of the Monsters? That's a really good question. Let me say this. As a movie, I think the 2014 movie is more cohesive. If I'm judging it from a film standpoint, maybe the first one is a little better. But if you're talking just pure entertainment, just pure spectacle, and from a Godzilla point of view, the second one, by far. So guys, if you got a chance to see Godzilla King of the Monsters, let me know in the comment section how you feel about it. Did you like it? Did you not like it? And if you enjoyed my review, hit the like button and subscribe. You want to see more reviews like this. With that being said, I'll see you soon.